Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Analytics Mindset. This is another video on AI, particularly agentic AI, and more particularly on the Microsoft Applied Skills generated reports with AI agents. This is going to be a very short video because it is an applied skills. To give you a perspective of what is an applied skill certification, an applied skill certification, I have posted a couple of them in the past, is a smaller certification that is through a exam. You actually do stuff instead of taking a theory exam like the AI fundamentals that I took before, the data fundamentals, etc. It tests your knowledge on the actual material. As you can see here, it is to demonstrate ability to generate business reports by using AI research engines, and it is very, very basic, being honest, but it's always good to just have because why not? There is material, it's totally free, that is the best advantage of it. It doesn't have any cost. You can just take it. As you can see, you will get a credential here. The Microsoft Applied Skills generate reports with AI agents. Agentic AI is everywhere. It is very popular. I actually have a video now about it, and I will link it somewhere here for you as well if you want to look into that one. That one is a longer video. But what are agents? Funny enough, Microsoft just got agents into Copilot itself. They don't have any separate widget like before. Before you actually need to go there and say, researcher do this, analyst do this, etc. But as it is a very fast-moving market, now the agents are available inside Copilot, and you can do everything from Copilot. This means that the actual certification, even though it's not outdated, it is different than what you would do in the real world. In the real world, you don't need to be switching between different agents anymore. Your Copilot can do everything because it is based now on GPT-5. When you create agents, that's where things are different. You can actually create an agent with a certain context and tell it, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. And the more you help the agent, the better. You can give it instructions, you can say these are sample prompts and things like that. You can get a lot of agents, but to give you a very high level overview, the main agents that you can look at here are the analyst agent that allows you to explore data very quickly. You can get things like the medium. You can get also visualizations, quick pie charts, etc. It is very good for a lot of things that a regular calculator would be, honestly. And it is a nice addition. It's not going to replace advanced data analysis, but it can actually code Python. That is very nice. It can actually just do it inside your terminal and inside Microsoft environment instead of you need to download things. And as we have discussed before, is the buy versus build. You are not building your environment. You are just borrowing Microsoft's with your prompt. Your prompt creates that environment, and then the agent decides to do what you need to get done. From there, you get a research agent. The research agent really helps you to get ideas for things. You want a deep investigation. You might go on a market investigation. It will go very deep into why is this market this way? What are the trends that happened here? What happened here, etc. The prompt coach is a very meta actually. It will help you improving your code, your prompts. And again, that's now just by default in Copilot and in most GenAI models actually. They can just tell you, hey, this prompt would have been better here and there. Idea coach is a more creative coach. It will give you some creative ideas, saying, do you want to see this? Do you want to consider these themes? Things like that. Writing coach will help you improve your writing. It's mostly used for emails, but again, that's something that Copilot itself can do, and you don't need a separate agent anymore for that. And finally, the assessment is to just take this. One recommendation is that the window of the virtual machine that Microsoft makes you take this certification is very small. Therefore, you need to be very, very careful on how you feed it to your computer. Another little consideration here that I want to address is that you have a modular assessment. It's actually very straightforward, but you should really watch out for the agents themselves. Why do you use these agents? It's mostly common sense, as I mentioned before. The assessment is free, you don't need to pay anything, and as you can see here, I just took it yesterday. I will be able to take it in another 53 hours. If you do not pass, you can take it in another 53 hours, and you can try again. They give you only 45 minutes to take this assessment, and then you get that LinkedIn badge that you can just put it anywhere that you want to. It will also give you your score and say if you passed it or not. As you can say, I passed with a 91%. Now, why did I do this? I am already trying to get more on top of agents in general. It is a very nice technology to have, especially because I'm developing agents. I can take from cloud, that is what my personal preference, and just create an agent from that LLM model and say the model can say, I need this. It's like grounding, but it's just easier than grounding. You are not grounding the whole LLM model. You're creating something that needs to do a specific area, a specific area of expertise instead. Microsoft also multiple times mentions that you need to be very careful with security. You need to have your proper controls, and agents are not a replacement for that. More so, you need to be careful with who can actually look at your agent and things like that. And in Copilot Chat, that you will only be able to put in your agent whatever files or access you have. If you, let's say the corporate balance sheet is somewhere in your organization, you won't be able to access it unless you are like the CFO or somebody from finance. You will have proper access controls, hopefully, and your Copilot won't be able to do that there. But for most things, let's say in your division, you have an organization chat or just a list of names of people. You can ask things like, hey, give me how many people work with me. One more detail before finishing this video is that analyst comes in Excel. Whenever you open Copilot in Excel, we will assume that you need the analyst agent. They will get a little bit more focus there because it is Excel. It is the data program of the Microsoft Suite. But all right, with that, I hope that you find this useful. Copilot is everywhere. Every single person has a license, or almost all companies have a Copilot license because it comes with Microsoft 365, besides one or two in very, very few exceptions. And you can take advantage of it. It is very fast. It is also smaller, and it doesn't require an installation. It is good to have, and it is an easy to use tool that is available anywhere. But yeah, with that, as always, you can give me a like or just drop me a comment. And yeah, I hope this was useful for you. Thank you.